Good afternoon, folks. I hope this finds you well. I want to talk about the American Peace Accord between the DRC government and the M23. On face value, I think that was a selfish move on the part of President Tshisekedi for his personal political survival. And that move will boomerang on him really bad. And I want us to, first of all, check why he thought America was the best option and what the consequential blowbacks will be like. One, M23 had proven that FARDC is a very weak and disoriented army that is not capable of defending the territory of the DRC. Because if it were the contrary, I do not think M23 would have advanced that quickly. The other thing it proved was that Burundi is also having a noticeable sense of military inadequacy. It cannot defend itself in the face of any external aggression. And that Burundi has been propped by both the DRC government and the Interahamwe all along. Now, let us put Burundi aside and focus on the DRC. If you read that so-called peace accord, I did not see any accord wording in that document. What I saw is a sales agreement for consideration. The DRC is giving minerals in exchange of America ensuring that the M23 does not advance any further. That accord calls for a ceasefire, but it does not call for the dissolution and the disarmament of the M23. This means that M23 can halt the infantry advance, but hold the position. What America does not know is that the minerals that they're interested in are actually in the hands of the M23. And they will find themselves more answerable to the M23 than the DRC government itself. We shall get into that in a moment. But first of all, let us look at why this peace accord is not feasible in terms of longevity. I opine here that this is a selfish political survival agenda of President Tshisekedi because his very existence as president was threatened, both by the M23 advance and by local political mathematics, even in Kinshasa itself. So he needed some kind of lifeline to show the Congolese that he's capable of restoring order and integrity of the state of the DRC, which FARDC on its own cannot do. The Mozambique process, the Angola process, the Tanzania process, the Namibia process, all fell by the wayside because of the different parochial African interests. So President Tshisekedi, in wisdom, found it wise to engage the Americans. And Donald Trump, being who he is a deal maker. Tshisekedi knows the soft underbelly of Trump. So he simply gave him a deal he could not refuse, and Trump fell for it. This accord between the M23 and the DRC government might not last for long because the politics around it have not been sorted out. One of those political elements is the demand for citizenship, political recognition and representation of the Banyamulenge of the east of the DRC. Are they Rwandese or are they Congolese? That has got to be put in paper. The issue of their demand for political representation. The M23 is demanding for majority representation both in the assemblies of the North Kivu and South Kivu, something which the government of the DRC has not ceded to. Those are very two crucial demands by the M23 that the government must cede to for this peace accord to see any semblance of longevity, in my view. The issue of bringing Americans there will not make these two crucial issues go away. What it will ensure is that the M23 do not advance any further. The America has that capability, yes. But the Americans are going to face what MONUSCO also faced. Internal rebellion against them. When the people of the DRC, what Tshisekedi has sold to them is that America is bringing us development. In exchange of our minerals, they are bringing development, which the Congolese will not see. America is not coming to the DRC to build roads. They will not bring drugs for the dilapidated hospitals. They will not renovate them. That is not their business. They are coming for the minerals. End of story. So any American military presence will be to guard their mines. The other thing that is lacking in this peace accord is the duration of stay of the Americans. That is very crucial because 2-3 years down the line, with Americans mining all sorts of stuff and ferrying them out and the Congolese people not getting anything for it and out of it, will cause political problems for Tshisekedi even in Kinshasa. The only upgrading they might see in the east is the renovation and the upgrading of the Goma airport, because the Americans will need that for their cargo planes. Yeah. The other person who's going to benefit from this is Rwanda, because most of the American bases, American top brass military people will be based in Rwanda. That's very good for their security, especially the border areas with the DRC, in case of any incursion. That is also good for their economy because American top generals spend big time. But basically, that is it. The other party that has been silently excluded from this is Uganda. The UPDF is not happy that Rwanda is the only interested party here. Uganda feels that its interests are not catered for. So the Americans had better be ready to face the UPDF, especially in the upper areas of Budibunjo, Kabale, that area, where Uganda shares a border with the DRC. Uganda is just going to cause problems so that they are also recognized as interested parties in this conflict. Rwanda, on the other hand, has also been given a deal. The Americans are giving Rwanda money so that they stop supporting the M23. This is not a good move because essentially the M23 has a Banyamulenge composition to it, a very strong historical attribute that money alone cannot wish away. America should have been concerned with the internal politics of the DRC before that peace comes about. This peace is a point in question today because of an ethnic war that, unless sorted out properly, I don't see the peace accord holding for much longer.